All right, welcome back to the One Bar Lupagus Show. One Bar with a thirsty Lupagus pouring himself some beer that refuses us to sponsor us. I'm sure.
Look at
Look at
that.
that. Looks like a nice
One Bar
amber
Lupagus
ale.
mug. See that logo there?
Yes, that is the workings of the one and only Ashley Dick. Ashley, well done on that. Yeah, let's go, baby. It's Horned Up Thursday. We got Ashley in the house, Girthy, Bob, Knack, Davey, Harmsy, Gare Bear, our man, Viking Funeral, Chris Olson is very horny. Tony Cartagena, I'm an idiot. Julian Marker, Julian Wilson.
Cartagena. We've been over this.
Man, that game yesterday, I can't take much more of this. My ticker's gonna explode.
Why are we so bad at the end of halves there?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about the Timberwolves right now. We're gonna come back tomorrow and beat the living shit out of them. That's all that matters.
We're still coming off the high, talking to John Randall. How fantastic was that? Just an absolute. I mean, I keep saying it, but he's like the embodiment of the Minnesota Vikings. He truly he's probably more excited with the team than anybody who plays for the team right now.
I'm guessing he pisses purple, he shits purple, he does other things purple. Everything that comes out of his body is purple. Yeah. Dude is fantastic.
He truly was.
I moved his jersey to the middle for our show because for some reason I had him way to the left.
Hell. I mean, expectations were high, and he blew him out of the water.
Yeah, he was. It was beautiful. Yeah. Adam, what's going on, buddy?
Adam, how you doing, bud?
We're gonna give it a couple minutes, let people trickle in. We got Walter Rouse, Minnesota Vikings 6th-round pick and future cornerstone of this fucking offensive line, joining the show later.
Hell yeah. Walter Rouse. Cannot wait to talk to him. 6th-round pick.
BK, I don't know if he's big dog. Are you
I don't know. I feel like he's calling himself Big Dog.
Big Dog. That seems like a dorky thing
to
call yourself.
Dog.
I think you'd be
I don't know.
Big Daddy, Big Dog.
Can you back it up?
I don't know. We'll see. Regulators mount up. Walter is a mount of a man.
Yeah, he is. Yep.
I'd love to be half the man that he is.
He's a big fan of the show too, from what I understand.
I don't know if he's ever heard of us, but I can't wait to have him on here. Gare Bear and Adam are going back and forth. Sounds like Adam might have killed a chicken.
Well, he was probably over the limit for what he could have there, so he had to kill one of them. You can only have 10.
Yeah, they're very strict rules. Yeah, Ashley, you got the mug. I got the Ashley shirt. We're all decked out in dick gear.
We are all decked out in dicks. Oh, I guess Big Dog watches over all the little pups. Wow.
OTAs, which are obviously going to be talked about, but as we're waiting, anybody getting a little excited? Sam Darnold throwing a dime today to Jordan Addison. Any OTA chatter out there? He was 5 over.
5 over the chicken limit.
Sounds like a lot of meals for your neighbors.
Sounds like a golf score. Knack, did you get your mugs?
Did he just kill him? I mean, I don't think I'd have the heart to kill the I'd probably just let it go and let it get hit by a car or something. Just let it meander in the neighborhood.
Chickens will thrive in the city. They know how to adapt. They'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't have it in me to kill a chicken.
Not yet.
Knack has not gotten his mugs. Jesus. Well, they are coming by donkey.
Caribou when you slap him in the ass. Shit's been over a week.
Gary, that's not the first thing you've killed. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, you destroyed that cousin.
Well, it's the off season, but talkers are hot and heavy. We got a good show for you.
They really have been.
Yeah, it's usually by this time we're going live once every other week, but at this rate, I don't know if we're gonna. We might just go live every damn day.
No, we're not gonna do that.
That'd be stupid. That'd be dumb. Eagles choke. Thank you, Travis Nitzberg. Yeah, always the uplifting fella.
Uh-huh.
One game, baby. One game.
Yeah, we got plenty of chances here. Not worried. Uh-oh, Viking Funeral. I think you're used to choking chickens.
Great. No, I'm excited. If you guys sent the mugs USPS, it might take forever.
Yep, we did.
United States Postal Service goes to Canada? Is that a dumb question?
I don't know. Apparently, they do something at the border.
All right, let's do it. Let's talk some damn Vikings.
All right. Yeah, let's start.
Make Skullfest this year. Well, Yogi's said he's going to get us some info on. He said there's no location yet. So
All right, let's start with the news and nuggets. JJ McCarthy, let's talk about him. Strong arm. That's been like he's just got a fucking cannon of an arm. It's just you can't believe. I can't remember who it was. Was it Alec Lewis or somebody said there should be flames behind this football? He throws it so damn hard. But besides the arm, sounds like he's had some mistakes. He's playing with the threes. What do we think about JJ McCarthy and what we've heard so far out of him in OTAs?
Hard.
You're hard.
Yeah,
that's good.
Alyssa, what's going on? She was at the Team Puppies game last night.
Yeah, I met a lot of people too.
Oh, yeah. Just sit in the crowd and wave. Just wave.
Make them come to you.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. What do we JJ McCarthy early and if anybody is really putting too much into this, like give yourself a little spanking on the buttocks because this means absolutely nothing. But yeah, McCarthy basically is just he's first off, let's start with the first thing. The fact that he's with the threes. Shouldn't he be? They're not, I mean, I don't care. I know he's a top 10 pick. Mm-hmm. It's OTAs. If he's with the threes still come training camp or preseason, then I'll start bitching. But they're not going to put him over Nick Mullins.
No, that's where he should be. And you got to bring him in. Make him earn it. Make him start at the bottom, work his way up.
He doesn't even have to earn it, Mike. Like, even if he sucks ass, he has to be the backup.
Well, he will eventually. But, start him at the bottom. Again, make him play with the guys he was playing with in rookie mini camp. He's getting some chemistry with our boy Thayer Thomas. And, yeah, no, there's nothing to worry about here. Yeah, you want to hear everything being perfect, like all the throws are on the money, but that's not reality. We all knew when we brought him, when we drafted him, if we're going to get him, there's going to be bumps in the road, there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs, there's going to be grossness, and every single thing he does, positive or negative, is under a huge magnifying glass. It's going to be blown out of proportion from one end of the spectrum to the other. So
hear that again.
I love JJ McCarthy. I love hearing about the strong arm though, because that was there was some question his arm strength. That sounds like it's not a problem at all.
Well, and here's the difference. I mean, you see Caleb Williams out there, they're just like, dude, he's a starter. He's with the ones. I mean, you can't compare that. Jaden Daniel, same thing with him. Who's the other? Drake May, same thing. But they don't really have anybody like Sam Darnold, even though it's Sam Darnold. The amount they gave him for the contract, they can't just say like he's our starting quarterback. Well, like it's a little bit different when you get to the fourth quarterback drafted at 10 when he's this young and when you have a guy that you just chucked $10 million to. So anybody trying to compare those situations where they're just like, yeah, everybody's also getting anointed the number one. This is dicks to boobies. It doesn't make sense. It's not comparable.
I just want to put a warning out to Alyssa. Gary just said, sister Alyssa, just be very careful when he starts calling you a family member.
Uh-oh, Gare Bear. Not good news.
Not good news for Alyssa.
Yeah, and a reminder, Walter Rouse, Vikings 6th-round pick, should be coming on like 10, 15 minutes or so. We're going to make it real snappy. Dude's taking time. I mean, he just had OTAs today. Yeah. So we're going to
shower right now.
Yeah, he might be. That's great. Yep, Knack knows what we're talking about. Yep, Bolster. Uh-oh. I think it's mutual. So, yeah, sorry. So now we go to McCarthy.
You didn't call him Brother Bear.
If it's Brother Bear, then we're gonna have to step in and mediate this conversation. But let's talk about the fastball. I like it. I mean, his big thing coming in the draft is like, does he have a big arm? Is he, whatever? Just he's showing this thing off. He's got a lot of adrenaline going right now.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's probably just trying to show that he can throw. Because I mean, that was kind of a concern about his overall arm strength, but clearly that's not an issue. So JJ McCarthy, continue to grow, baby steps. Baby growth, and we're already expecting that. Let's go to Blake Brandell at left guard. There's absolutely no competition here. So Blake Brandell is going to be the starting left guard. And what are expectations? We actually did a breakout video stars who could be stars this year. I actually thought about putting Blake Brandell on my list.
Yeah, Walter Rouse just messaged. He's going to be on at about 6. He got held up at the facility. Had to talk to the athletic trainers. Look at that. We got inside information.
Wow.
Walter Rouse. So you'll be on at about 6. So you keep those buttocks and front butts around. Let's talk some Vikings. What was your question?
Blake Brandell. He's our starting left guard, and we need to accept that and to get behind him. I think so we all need to start doing.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other option. We have to get behind him.
Well, it's Dalton Risner option that keeps floating around there. I think everybody needs to get off that train and get on the Blake Brandell Express because he's going to be day one starter.
I think Dalton Risner is. I don't think there's any. I think Brandell could probably almost get hurt. I like. It seems like there's just nothing there. Like at this point, it seems like it's the Vikings or nothing for Reisner in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't report. You think they would have offered him like a very small contract or something? It's not even like he's said, you know what, that's too. It's not even about money. It's like it doesn't seem like we want him.
Yeah. I don't think they want him. I think they made that clear, and I think it's his camp that keeps trying to get this thing to happen. And I don't think the Vikings are interested. And it makes you wonder if there's something behind the scenes. Like we've talked about this before, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. But they don't want him back, and I don't expect him to be back anymore. I'm over it. It was fun having Dalton Reisner here, but now it's Blake Brandell's time, and I'm gonna get behind this guy. I'm gonna root for him. I'm gonna really root for him.
When he's been out there, he's played pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think everybody's surprised that they just gave it to him, but they're a lot smarter than us. They know what they're doing, and we'll see what happens. If he turns out to be a disaster, the coaching staff will rightfully so have to answer some serious questions of why that was not addressed and why they paid him what they paid him. If he comes out and rips shit up, they're going to look like geniuses.
Put up JDT93's comment. Brandell is below average. Still don't understand the Vikings' approach there. My question to that, and I'm really honestly asking this. Have we seen him at left guard? I know he's played backup right tackle. He's played on the right side. Have we actually seen Blake Brandell play at left guard?
Didn't he? Wasn't he like? I mean, what's this? Is this his third year?
He's played everywhere. So if this is his position and he's always practicing it, I think we almost have to start at ground zero for him.
Let's get another member. Oh, baby, look at that! 13 months
all around the line.
I was in my mother's womb for 13 months. I wasn't ready.
Yeah, that you probably shouldn't be alive.
I don't know if she should, but all right, 13 months. Well done, Viking Funeral. Let's get another member. Let's go. Oh, Ashley Dick, almost a year. Let's go.
Everybody's whipping out those.
I honestly do not know how many snaps Blake Brandell has played at left guard.
Yeah, so before we rush to judgment and say he sucks, let's give the guy a shot at a position that he's going to be practicing at all preseason, all OTAs, and he's going to start there. So I'm just. Well, he's been plugged in these weird situations, whether it's during a game or, hey, this week you're starting here. Like you said, he's done okay. He's in that spot duty. So in a spot where it's his, I think it's a whole different thing we need to look at here.
Well, I mean, that's what we have to say now. I mean, a month ago or 2 months ago, we wanted nothing to do with this. So we just have to embrace the fact that we want this. We didn't want Blake Brandell to be our left guard. We wanted a guy in the draft. We wanted nothing to do with it. So now we're in the, I don't know if it's the mourning period, whatever it is, or the acceptance period. We're in acceptance stage right now where it's just like, we have to root for him. There's no point of being pissy about it. So
no, you can hate him. We hated Drew Samia after we loved him. We can turn week 3. We have the right to do that.
Oh, I mean, I don't hate anybody. It's a very strong word.
You hated.
I hate black olives.
You do. You're missing out.
They're gross. I hate green olives. I hate black olives.
You're really missing out.
Yeah, let's get up to 50 likes. If you're watching, hit that like button. If you haven't subbed, hit that sub button. T-Bass says he'll suck.
Shocker.
T-Bat, the most positive guy in the world, he took the time to cross out our head coach's face for his profile picture.
So you had a little shaky hand there on that one part of that line.
T-Bat, I want you to change your why Ed Donatil should have a picture with a cross through it.
No, he'd have a heart around it.
Yeah, I just can't take it serious here. Lord Duncan is in the house. Good to see you, buddy.
Let's go to Lewis Cine, struggling in OTAs. I think he dropped an interception. He was beaten in coverage, and I don't know who he's going against, but I can't imagine it's the ones. Is it time to prepare ourselves for Lewis Cine to not make this team? And then if he doesn't, on the Vikings bust list, first round, how high will he end up?
First off, nobody has to prepare themselves. We're ready. Everybody's ready. There's no prep. There's no shock value. If and when he gets cut, everybody's ready. Everybody's ready. Yeah. And yeah, you're right. I mean, it's funny because it sounds like he's not doing very well. Mm-hmm. And like you said, he's probably not doing very well against like our 3rd and 4th stringers.
Yeah. He's not going against Jordan Addison. He's going against Lucky Jackson. He's getting smoked. So, I mean, really in the grand scheme of things, I mean, I think you're going to have to put him like, I mean, number one, biggest bust, probably Demetrius Underwood. But
yeah, but he almost like gets a pass because it was like it wasn't on the field bust. It's just like he had other stuff going on.
I mean, still, the bust is the bust.
He's definitely one of the biggest busts, but I put him in a different category.
But like, even the guys like Troy Williamson, Laquan Treadwell have to be like lower than him on the bust list because they actually have some. They played. They actually have some production. They have some stats. So I think when it comes down, Lewis Cine's gonna be very high on the.
Oh yeah, no, he's gonna be super high. T-Bass is trying to stick up for Ed Donatel. We're not gonna have that conversation tonight. It's just it's too easy for me. He was horrible. He sucked. And Brian Flores did a lot more with a lot less.
Yeah, so I mean, I think he will be a bigger bust than Laquan Treadwell. Treadwell's still
absolutely. Lewis Cine is he's to me. I can't think of a bigger bust. I think Troy Williamson is less of a bust.
Yeah, because I mean, there's going to be basically no production. We had one tackle last year, and that's been about it, and that's probably where it's going to end. So, and you look at what we did. We traded down from 12. All the guys we could have had there. Go back to the last pick of the first round, and you take them. It's going to be a pretty damn big bust, and it's going to stay that way. And
there's zero signs of it not being a bust. There's zero signs of him seeing the field. There's like even the guys in front of him. I mean, what's his best case scenario this year? He's a special teamer. He's not going to get ahead of Bynum, Metellus, Harrison Smith, Jay Ward. Still, I mean, wherever the hell they're going to put him, I don't even think he gets in front of him. So he's not going to have the chance to do anything. So cut him.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be top 3 bust in Vikings history all time. That's where it's going to end up.
I don't know who I would put number 2. He's my number 2, I guess. I mean,
might be.
I'm counting Underwood.
I need to look at a list and really digest it. But if you're going like from a production standpoint, if that's factored in, he is going to be 1 or 2. I'm
going to throw out. So Lord Duncan, our boy, is doing a 100-mile motorcycle ride challenge. He's doing a fundraiser.
Topless.
For the Wounded Warrior Project. So anybody wants to go donate, there is the link. Go support our man Lord Duncan. He doing a wonderful thing there.
Absolutely.
Well done,
Lord Duncan.
So yeah, Lewis Cine, they can cut him tomorrow, and I don't need to. I'll just be like this. All right, then we'll do a video and be like, yeah, bow tie.
Wow. All right, let's go to another one that came out this week. Bob Tonyan getting some praise from Wes Phillips. Is he going to have a bigger role than we actually thought?
Comments. What do we think?
Is he going to have a role in this offense and actually produce?
Let's see some stat lines for Bob Tonyan. Realistic stat lines for Bob Tonyan for the Minnesota Vikings in 2024. Remember, Walter Rouse will be joining us around 6.
Round 6. Oh, Chris Olson with a great question. When are you doing your Manwich?
I don't know. I've been to Super One so many times, and I always keep forgetting to get it. I'm not gonna.
I will say in this defense, we're gonna do it on a weekend, and there's just been shit going on. And I mean, we want to be drinking beers when we do it. So
I don't know if I want anything in my stomach when I do it.
Not even me.
That's gross. Let's see. Dan Henneman, where are you riding? Duncan. Julian Marker, very very specific. 37 receptions, 412 yards, 3 scores. Dusty Ray, 300 yards, 3 scores. Nitzberg, 1,000 yards, right on the nuts.
Yeah,
1,007.
1,000 yards, just even. Yeah, we got some donations coming in.
Yeah, there we go. Not from Nitzberg. Love the cause. Hell yeah. Huh?
Okay.
All right, PK.
Big dog putting some urine on the fire.
All right, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. These are pretty big. I mean, like when I look at 560, 5 scores, that's some teams starting tight ends all year. So those are big numbers. There's always,
and I mean, it's not out of the question. Like for the first 5-6 games, he could be our tight end 1. I mean, as far as the pass catching goes. So I mean, it's definitely possible. Cross Lake to Duluth.
Lord Duncan's going to the Vikings funeral's house.
I hope he's invited.
I've seen movies that start that way.
Yeah. Ashley's gonna be stuck in the freaking oven or something.
Look at Gare Bear. There we go. A baby. What's your stat line for Bob Tonyan?
I don't want to give it away because we're playing a game later, so it might have something to do with it.
I'm gonna say Bob Tonyan. So here's what I think happens: is that Hawkinson will be out till like what, week 7?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember where our bye is. It's early, 5, 6 or 7. So let's say he comes back anywhere between 7, 8, whatever that ends up being. He's going to be our tight end 1. Yeah. And then when Hawkinson comes back, Tonyan's going to go on the IR and he's just never going to play again.
So it could happen.
They're going to say something, whatever, something tweaked, something's gone. He's definitely had injury issues. So I say basically a 6-week season, 7-week season. I see 22 catches, 270 yards.
Oh, I was hoping you could say 282.
And but like 5 touchdowns.
Wow.
Like he's gonna get some scores.
All right. Turns out, Lord Duncan, if you do crash your house, Ashley will not be in the oven. Apparently, she will not fit.
Well,
she said it, not me. I would never say what I
I'm not touching that one.
You looked at me like I came up with that. I'm just reading the comments.
Well, Lord Duncan, you come to my house, I'll be in my oven. It's going down, baby.
I'll be in his microwave.
Gare Bear 300 yards to T-Bass, 300 yards to touchdowns.
T-Bass.
Ooh, Anchor Burger. Gare Bear needs to learn how to spell burger. That is like Joe Burger.
That's Mitch Burger.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
We still got 19 minutes till Walter's in the house. Kevin, this one came out today. Kevin Seifert said Kyrie Jackson has a legitimate shot at playing time if he can have a strong preseason. That gets all my parts tingling. How about you guys? Kyrie.
Jackson. Kyrie Jackson early. I mean, I'm curious whose spot he's taking.
I don't know. Caleb Evans?
I don't even have him on the team. I'm still wondering whose spot he's taking.
He was the starting outside cornerback in OTAs.
Wow. And McCarthy's the number 3 quarterback.
You're the number 1 in my heart.
Thank you.
He gets Gary voice text because he's fucking lazy.
All right, once again, I'll throw it. Lord Duncan. There's Lord Duncan's link one more time if you want to help.
Yeah, so we got Knack. Jackson's going to surprise people. Alyssa, Kyrie going to have a breakout year. Yes, I did see the picture of Jackson put a Dwight McLaughlin sleeping with his eyes open.
Could that have been any more horrifying? Like they're not barely open; they were wide open.
Oh, it was creepy.
Fuck, was that gross?
That was so gross.
That's good though. I mean, that's what I want in a cornerback: a guy who sleeps with his eyes open. Nothing's.
I prefer my cornerbacks aren't sleeping, but
they look
whatever.
Dead, but Kyrie Jackson.
He's gonna be fun too. I think he's got a little social media presence. He knows what to do, and I'm excited. I think this is. I mean, 100%. I can see this happening. I mean, for a 4th rounder, yeah, we always think they're gonna do more than they ever do. But Kyrie Jackson, you look at this cornerback group. It's very easy for him to be like number 3 or 4 at the worst from day one, and I think that will equal playing time. So I think he will actually get a ton of playing time.
I don't see.
Hi, Renee.
I don't see how he's 3. Let me look at this quick. So the depth chart right now, we got Byron Murphy, we got Shaq Griffin, we got Josh Metellus, and then it goes to Mekhi Blackman. And then that's when you start getting to the Jacksons, Booths, Caleb Evans, stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, I like in a perfect world, Mekhi Blackman steps up. Like I would rather see more Mekhi Blackman than Kyrie Jackson this year, and it just means he's obviously outplaying him. But Shaq Griffin is not long term. Byron Murphy, what is he? Is this? Was he a 2 or 3 year contract?
I thought it was a 2-year deal.
So I mean, like Kyrie Jackson, it would be great to see on the field, just because there's guys like Andrew Booth and shit like that we haven't seen out there. So Kyrie with his big ass size, I would love it. I would love it. But I want Mekhi Blackman to take a big old leap. Leaping Lonnie Smith, is that his name?
Leaping Lonnie Poffo, aka the Genius, the Macho Man's brother. That's what you're thinking of.
Poffo. Leaping Lonnie Smith. Why do you think that?
Lonnie Smith was a Braves. Was he the outfielder? Really bad.
Lonnie Smith. He wasn't bad. He had some good power, good arm.
He was like a bench guy, wasn't he?
No, Lonnie Smith was not a bench guy. Maybe a
thin. He had thick thighs and a wide ass, didn't he?
BK, I don't remember anyone shitting on Smith.
I don't think
he went pretty much where he was supposed to.
I thought we all were very excited with the Kyrie Jackson pick.
Well, I mean, you were. I will admit you were more excited than I was, and the only reason was just the position. I mean, I'm not going to be mad at Kyrie Smith going in round 4. It was beautiful. Is that what we got him 4?
Yeah, round 4.
So, yeah, no way in hell I'll be upset about that. I don't think anybody was.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about there. So I don't know if you guys watched it. If you haven't, definitely check it out. But the Vikings released kind of a behind the scenes draft video of their entire draft. A couple of things to take away from it. It's just so weird. They were clearly very set when it comes to day 3. Like Walter Rouse, Michael Juergens, and a kicker was like Kwesi was just boom. That was tunnel vision on those 3 players, position, whatever.
The best part is he named those guys early. We still got them.
I know.
Like how often do you think that happens in the draft where you just have your guys set and it just falls that way? I mean, there was times in the draft video he was thinking like, should I take him before this guy? And then they just kept falling in his lap. It was beautiful.
I know, but that's my question. Like, is that good though? Like to get that set on 3 guys, and like, I mean, when we do our mocks, our simulators, like, I mean, we definitely have our targets, but I also feel like we have like this pretty wide group that we're okay with. I mean, he was just like, these are the guys that I want, and to me, that was kind of, I don't want to say shocking, but I was just like, I think this is what he does. Like Lewis Cine, like that was the guy he wanted, and no one else was going to come in there. And is it healthy? Is it good? We'll find out, but. He has his guys, and that's who he's going to take.
Well, I actually like it. Like, I like the fact that he has these guys. It's not just random dudes. I mean, clearly they have a round assigned to this guy, and, they're not going to he wasn't reaching for him. Was it Juergens? Who was it that he was thinking about taking earlier? Was it Reichert?
He said he would have took him at 167 or something.
So I love
most did have like Juergens as like ranked 367.
I love that he has his guys. And obviously they find those guys after they rank them where they should go. So hell yeah. I mean, it's not like you're just like, oh shit, I gotta take this guy. It's like he's got his boys. I'd love to see like who his guys are from the start, like before they go to day 2 and day 3, because obviously some of his guys were probably scratched off. It would be great to see who his original guys were.
Yeah, it's just I think it's something that we need to realize, Kwesi, like he knows who he wants, and whether the consensus board has him at 400th overall, if he has him at 190, that's his dude, and he doesn't care. So I think this is one of definitely his traits now that definitely have become evident through 3 drafts.
Well, as we get in our elder years, we're starting to realize that early draft rankings or mock draft, it does not matter. Every GM has their players ranked wherever they have them ranked. I mean, look at the offensive lineman the Packers took. It's gross, but that was their guy. Like, that was their guy who they wanted. I mean, it doesn't matter. It all matters. 3 years from now, it matters. It doesn't matter come draft day.
I definitely love how excited he was. Like, I mean, he was just like, this is going to be the best draft ever. I think he even did like a little dance there. It was kind of funny to me, and I don't know if you read into this at all or thought anything about it, but he didn't say Will Reichert. He said, a kicker, the kicker, the kicker. Like, did he not even know the guy's
in the draft?
I just feel like he left that up to the special teams coach, and like, you want him, which one do you want? We'll take which one you want.
Yeah, and Matt Daniels seemed fairly excited about that. He got a kicker. Does not bode well for Mr. Romo Parker. In fact, I'm surprised he's still on the team. I bet he doesn't even get a kick in preseason.
And I'm glad you said that, because I think that's the second biggest takeaway from this is that Will Reichert is the kicker. Like, the fact they were going to he said it so early. I think that was probably just after the Kyrie Jackson pick. He said, we're taking a kicker. Will Reichert's the kicker. I mean, they might as well just release and give him all the reps. Release Parker Romo.
Yeah, I never thought Parker Romo ever had a chance of being our kicker. Never bought into that whatsoever. Will Reichert is our boy, and can't wait. The dude has so much experience. He's going to be the best kicker in the league by week 2.
He's just such a. I mean, all kickers are, but
I want a kicker looking like a dork.
He's just a little nerdy looking dude. That's what I'm gonna say.
It's great. That's what they should look like.
Looks like remember Perfect Strangers? Not Belky, but the other guy. He looked kind of like the other guy from Perfect Strangers.
Belky.
Gary, I'm sure Gary watched Perfect Strangers.
Belky Bartakamos? Is that his name?
But the other guy, Cousin Larry. He looks like Cousin Larry.
No.
Definitely no. Cousin Larry.
Cousin Larry had a perm, a long.
Yeah, well,
perm.
I mean, the forehead, the nose, the beaky nose. I'm getting Cousin Larry vibes.
I don't think you know what he looks like.
Yeah, I can picture him right now in my mind. It's just like Will Reichert.
No.
Yes, he does. Who's watched Perfect Strangers in the comments?
I know exactly
No, I know
what Uncle Larry looks like. He does not look like Will
If you
Reichard.
took Uncle Larry's hair and you just flattened it out, you got Will Reichard.
All right. Well, I'm not. You know what? Agree to disagree. Boy. Yeah. Not a great show. I'm going to say that probably lasted.
Oh, it was a great show. No, it lasted like 7 seasons.
Really?
Oh, I love
7th season. I had to pick it
was
like
a
3.
hit. Bronson Pinchot was that?
Yeah, it was. You're right. It's like 6 seasons. All right, enough Perfect Strangers. Who gives a shit?
I think we're just getting into it.
No,
Do a separate Perfect Stranger show.
No.
Thank you, Narcius. Thank you very much. I think we're ready to dip into the mailbag.
Yeah, let's do this. Let me pull it up here. Dip into the mailbag. There's some good questions. Remember, stick around. Walter Rouse is coming on around 6. Coming around 6. All right, mailbag time. Let's go. First off, I like this question. I like it very much.
Oh yeah.
If we win a Super Bowl with Sam Darnold, what will we do at quarterback after the season? First off, Daryl Lawson, I love your optimism. I love where your head's at, and this would be a great problem to have.
I think.
And yeah, hey, everybody watching, hit that like button. Let's get over 50 likes. Let's do it. Boom, 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 boom.
Now like 11.
I wish. All right, we win the Super Bowl with Sam Darnold. What are they going to do after the season? Sam Darnold signed to a 1-year contract. We got our future Hall of Fame quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, waiting in the wings.
That's the easiest question ever. You started J.J. McCarthy. You've won the Super Bowl. You're feeling good about yourselves. You got a rookie quarterback from the year before. He's your franchise. Now you get him in. You're the reigning champions. Start your rookie quarterback. What do you got to lose? You just won it all.
Well, I hate your answer.
I love my answer. We're fucking feeling good.
Okay, well, there's some key things that are not in here. Like, I don't know how much Sam Darnold had to do with this win. Is this a
Trent
Dilfer, Brad Johnson type of Super Bowl winning squad? Or is this if Sam Darnold goes out and throws 45 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and 5,000 yards and wins the Super Bowl, then no, you do not give it to J.J. McCarthy. You bring Sam Darnold back, and who gives a shit if J.J. McCarthy ever sees the field again or ever? If Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl and throws for 24 touchdowns and 17 interceptions and 3,000 yards, then it's it's a different discussion. So, yeah, it all depends on how much Sam Darnold had to do with that.
I don't care.
Dusty Ray, I think he tuned in late. I think he thinks we actually won it.
God, does he know it's May?
No, let's not tell him. We did win the Super Bowl. I'll tell you one thing. If the Vikings ever win the Super Bowl on this show, Lupicus and I will probably both pass away live.
I'll be crying. I'll be a fucking mess.
Well, we've seen that before. It was a mess. So
I didn't cry. Well,
might as well have. You didn't know what else. You're losing bodily. It was girls. You're farting. It's really inappropriate. I like this question. This is actually a very good question. Viking Funeral. In your opinion, J.J. McCarthy, what are his benchmarks where each of us would feel comfortable with him starting?
We did it. We got a new member.
Let's go. Let's go.
Not going to regret that.
Welcome.
At all.
28 likes. Come on. We can get over 50. We can get over 50. No problem. Hit that like button. Subscribe.
So Walter's here.
Viking Funeral says, what's the benchmark where we'd be comfortable with him starting, where they just don't throw him in there and just have fun?
So I guess I need to know what he means by benchmark. Is it the team's record? Is it a Sam Darnold?
J.J. McCarthy himself. What does he have to? Where does he have to be for us to be comfortable for him starting?
Wait, that's the second. Who was the other new member? Everybody was whipping out their memberships.
That's the only one.
Ashley said it was 2.
I can see. Let's see. So we got Ashley for 11 months, Viking Funeral for 13. Lord Duncan gifted 1.
Oh.
So.
Actually,
benchmark. Focus.
Yeah, I was letting people right.
Ooh, Lord Duncan gave Alyssa.
Alyssa. Wow.
The gift you got. First, she gets Timberwolves tickets, and now One Bar and Lupicus membership.
She is a winner.
You know, it might be a little bit.
Born winner.
Might be a little bit better than Timberwolves tickets. I don't know.
If you do your manwich, it will be.
I'll be at Tom's watch party down in the cities on Friday watching that Timberwolves game. If anybody's there, come say hello.
Who's Tom?
Or watch bar. Tom's watch bar.
Mm.
Right downtown. I'm going to be drinking a lot of Miller Lite.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Can I come?
All right. So what's the benchmark?
I guess to me, I mean, he's got to, number one, earn the backup quarterback spot. That would be number one. Not just because you're drafted, but actually, like, this is our second best option is JJ McCarthy. He's got to understand all the checkdowns, all the look at me's, all the read, know the playbook front and back. And
a lot of benchmarks here.
There is a lot of benchmarks. There really is. But I feel like a lot of those can be hit in the preseason. So those are all things that understanding the offense and accurate throws. I mean, I heard there were some mechanics they were working on him with too. So all that shit needs to be ironed out. But those are the things.
Yeah, for me, it's easy. It's just he's got to know the playbook inside and out. That's it. We know he has the tools. We know he's a born winner. We know he can do all the things. We know he has weapons around him. But you don't throw him in there unless he can do the whole shebang. You're not going to limit a playbook. You're not going to go Josh Dobbs where you're telling him what to do on the fly. It's all about the playbook. The dude is a smart guy. Like I said, he's got the tools. He's got the weapons. That's it. He's got to know that thing front to back, just the way I like it.
What bar are you going to be at? I'm going to see if I can make it.
Now you're busy. You're busy. 34 likes. Let's go. Let's get over 50. Dusty Ray said he might be able to be at Tom's watch bar. That might be a great picture to share.
Oh my God.
That's my only benchmark. I mean, what else? What else is there? It's not like he's not good at football. Of course he's good at football.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been picked 10th overall if he wasn't good at football.
I mean, he's going to have inaccurate throws. You can't just say like a benchmark is for him to throw it accurately. He's going to have shitty throws. He's got a good he's a rookie.
All right. So another question from the mailbag. How do you guys feel about McCarthy getting his share of snaps during garbage time? If we're blowing anyone out, that is, if we're lucky, rather than having to sit for a year or until Darnold falls on his face and we have to yank him.
I think Davey, if I read his comments right, or if I remember right, I think he's all on board with JJ just maybe hanging out on the bench the entire year. And I think that's a fairly common theme in the comments. Like, I think a lot of people are all okay with McCarthy, taking our time with McCarthy and coming back next year and just kind of giving him the starting job. So his question is, garbage time, is it worth putting him in? Does he get anything out of that?
Before we answer that, Gary has now referred to Alyssa as just Alyssa and no more sister. So that I feel better. Right. I feel good.
Yeah, we've made progress here. We've made progress. I like it. Freedom Thinker Rouse should be joining in about a couple minutes here. So Walter Rouse, 6th round mauling offensive tackle, will be joining us here in a couple minutes. I'm very excited for Walter.
So let's to answer the question. If we're up big, maybe the Giants week 1, 34-3 is fourth quarter.
Whoa, so we're up big. All right, that's garbage. I was thinking the other side of garbage time.
Well, either one. Maybe we're down. I don't give a shit. Put them out there. Why not?
You're not
Work
wrong.
Them in. Let them go nuts. Chuck the ball. Get some live reps against some NFL defenses. Ain't gonna hurt them. So I'm 100%. That's fine with me.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with garbage time is like garbage time. You don't really just all of a sudden come out and just throw. You're not trying to win the game. You're basically trying to get the game over with. So you're giving him snaps. He's handing the ball off. He's throwing little dunks. He's not going to come out and just whip the thing around. So that's like perfect case scenario. Skull 2IA gifted out 5 1 bar and Luppagus membership. Skull 2IA, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, man.
I miss him so much.
So unlike Luppagus' scenario where it's Tecmo Bowl and he's throwing it 80 yards in garbage time, I think
do it. Why not?
You don't do that in garbage time. You ever seen the end of a game where you're losing by a bunch?
I don't give a shit. Fucking chuck it. Change it. Change the script. Flip the script. Do something different. Why not? What do you got to lose?
Okay. I would just let's be realistic though. I'm just saying realistically, they're not going to do that. So if he comes out, takes some snaps, handing the ball off in regular season games, I mean, that's what they do in garbage time. I mean, I'd love to say.
I mean, you're probably thinking I'm saying 3-4 minutes left. You're probably thinking like what, under a minute?
Yeah, if he's out there, there's no chance to win the game,
Yeah,
or
so
there's no chance the other team can.
I'm
lose
also
the
thinking
game.
like if you're going to concede the game, which I don't think KOC doesn't seem to be someone who will even do this, but I would do it. I would put him in 6 minutes left and let him just run the offense like it's a real game, and you're still trying to win it. Because what else is he going to get out of it if you're not doing that?
No, I would love everything about that, but like that's not what NFL teams do.
But that's what I would do in the situation with this quarterback. Like I would just let him run the offense.
I'd let him come out there, do some handoffs, try to get a first down. You're not going to go out and all of a sudden try to score a bunch of whatever. So I think we both agree, like, yeah, if there's garbage time, put him out there. Why wouldn't you? There's no reason not to. So throw his ass out there, get him some time. We got one more. Thomas. He says,
wait. Lord Duncan says, Luminous and Voss aren't new. They just don't buy their own membership. He's calling them cheap asses. This is what he's doing.
Lord Duncan. All right, Walter Rouse is just getting back to the hotel. He'll be on here in a minute or two. Thomas, what are your thoughts on if Levi Rodriguez has a chance to make the 53-man roster?
Yeah. You asked me this the day after the draft. I say pretty slim, but the more you hear about it, the more you read about it, Vikings love this dude. And if he doesn't make it now, I will be actually shocked. I think he can even have like a shitty preseason and still make this team. I think, I don't want to say he's a lock, but he's damn close to it. I think they're really, really, really high on this guy.
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, when it gets past our top three defensive linemen, it's just a mixture. I mean, he's got Hercules Mataafa written all over him. He's got the motor. I mean, all the cliche things. The dude's a baller. He gets after it. He's everything you want, but then his size, like Hercules, his arm length and his size, he's just small. So I love him. Are you
talking about me or Hercules?
I'm not talking about you. Definitely not small. So
talking about appreciate that.
I mean, he has the best, as good of a chance as anybody on the depth chart on defensive line. Ja'Kalen Roy is probably his top competition, and Ja'Kalen Roy really wasn't much of a player last year. We'll see. Maybe he comes back and rips shit up, but I love him to make it. He's going to be a fan favorite. There's no doubt about it. We watch his interviews, everything. The dude just bleeds football.
He's
energy. He's got the hair, and he's going to be a fan favorite come preseason.
Yeah, and that's a great point. Not only do I think they're high on him, but I also think, like you mentioned, the depth chart is not overly daunting. Like, it's not like this, oh my God, look who's in front of me. I'm never going to get on this fucking field. No, I could beat this guy. I could beat this guy. Hell, I could probably beat this guy who's the starter if I play well enough. So I do. I think the chances of him making the team are way higher than him not making the team.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, if he doesn't make the team, I think that's pretty telling based off of our depth. Like, he just has a long way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he's a guy that hangs out on the practice squad for a year or two, and then all of a sudden he comes out. He was a very late draft pick. It's not like teams were clamoring to draft him. The Vikings loved him, and they see something in him. I think he's a dude that even at a small school, it's not like he lit up the stat chart, but they just see something in him. Brian Flores is like, I can make this guy something fantastic. I can't wait to see where they play him. I don't know what they're going to do with this guy.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. Hopefully, I'm fine if they move him around that D-line. I love versatility. I love creating mismatches, and that's what Brian Flores does. So it's a good piece for his defense. I just booked a motel real close to that bar you're talking about.
I don't know if they got motels downtown.
Yeah, there's a motel, a real nice one.
Well, I'm going to buy you a beer, maybe some potato boats, or what do they call those? Potato wedges?
I like
it. Make those anymore? God, those are gross. So dry.
Yeah, they usually are dry.
Potato boats? Is that what they're called?
You're thinking of pizza boats.
Potato. Doesn't matter, because we got the man, the myth, the legend.
Where is he?
Future Vikings Ring of Honor.
Walter,
what's up, buddy?
How you guys doing?
We're great, Walter. How are you?
It is good to see your face, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. I can't complain. Just excited to be a Viking, man.
Yeah. How's practice? Good?
Yeah, practice was going very well. We had our first week of OTAs finished up today. It went well. Just learning the playbook and whatnot. It's definitely better than it was on Monday. So as long as you're getting that 2%, just getting better every single day. So practice has been good.
Hell yeah.
Walter Rouse in the house. Was there anybody when you first got here? I mean, first off, thoughts on that facility?
Man, you know, I didn't take a 30 visit to Oklahoma. I mean, excuse me, to the Vikings. And I've seen some videos and stuff, but when I got there, I was like, is this a resort? I mean, this place is very nice, from like the wood paneling and, you know, on the in the locker room, and, you know, all the amenities that they have for us as resources and whatnot, and the weight room, the field itself, the indoor. I mean, it's very nice, and it's a maze. I mean, the amount of offices and people working there. You know, I've been, you know, strolling about, meeting new people and whatnot. I'm like, oh, so y'all can watch us from the practice field from the roof. Y'all can just chill and relax around here. So, you know, it's awesome. The facility is amazing, and I think, you know, there's no place better to be the Viking up here in Minnesota.
Well, we know you got some stuff to do. This is OTAs. We're gonna keep this real quick for you. Greatly appreciate you hopping on. Everybody's giving you some serious love. Yeah. But so the Vikings get you in round 6, and the draft videos came out, and you could tell. I mean, I'm sure you've watched it. If you haven't, you should. Like, Kwesi wanted you, man. And were you feeling the love before that, or when the Vikings called you, were you like, what the hell? I'm gonna be a Viking?
So, you know, I got to be honest. You know, I did speak to them. You know, when I was at the Shrine Bowl, and I spoke to one of the scouts there. And then out of all different teams, you know, the Vikings were one of the teams that I really didn't speak with the most, or a lot of, really. And, you know, my agent told me, you know, a team can draft you that has really been talking with you, really interested in you, or a team could draft you that you may have spoken to once, and, you know, they'll call you up on draft day, and, you know, you're part of that team. And that's kind of what happened. I remember I wasn't even watching the TV at the time. I was upstairs talking to some people. I saw the phone. It said spam risks. So that's the one time I'm not going to decline a spam risk call. I head downstairs, and it was Kwesi, and it was the Vikings. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, oh, the Vikings. I was like, what? Like, and out of all the teams, I didn't think the Vikings would call. But man, I could feel, you know, the love and the enthusiasm from the other side of the phone. And he was asking all these questions, and I was just trying to get some stuff out, because I was just shocked on, like, you know, getting that call, that draft day call. You know, it's something that, you know, I've thought about for a very long time, especially in my time in college, and how that day would go down. And now that day was here, and it was, you know, especially when I got there, everyone is amazing, from the coaches, the staff, administration. It's truly awesome. And I definitely feel the love, and, you know, it's reciprocated. You know, love Kwesi. He's an awesome guy. Love Coach O'Connell. Love Coach Coop and the equipment staff, the people in the cafeteria, the chefs there. Everyone is truly awesome.
Nice. We got Skull 2A, a good friend of ours, is asking if you can give us a skull. Can you give us a skull?
Skull Vikings. Is that all right?
Wow, did not disappoint.
You know, hey, I can get really hyped up and enthusiastic. So, you know, during so it's like this, right?
Hell yeah,
you got it.
Oh,
he put you on the spot, and you delivered.
Oh, man.
Well done,
yes, sir.
All right, Walter. So OTAs, first impressions of that, just being in part of the NFL coaches, everything. What's your takeaways from that?
Overall, it's been great. I think the way Coach Coop has been, you know, introducing the plays and the playbooks to us as rookies has been awesome. Really, you know, giving it to us, you know, a little bit each day. And even though that's a little bit is a lot, but it's not like, you know, he's throwing the whole kitchen sink at us all at once. So, you know, it's been great. You know, definitely in my playbooks, definitely studying every night back at the hotel, and, you know, getting with the guys and staying out in the field a little after practice is over. But overall, it's been awesome, and being able to talk with the vets there, Brian, CD, DQ, talking to those tackles and how they see the game, because they're amazing players, and being able to be in the same room together, room with them, and, you know, in the locker room with them, and having access to them has been awesome. They're very knowledgeable. The same with, you know, Coach Sean, with our assistant O-line coach there as well, and all, you know, Garrett, you know, all the Blake, it's Feeney, all those dudes. They've really been, you know, I did think, like, you know, I've had to do, we got some rookie duties to do and things like that. And there's the O-line fines, which I'm finding out about. But overall, it's been a truly great and amazing experience. And everyone's welcomed us. And, you know, everyone has, you know, one goal, one mindset. You know, at this point, we're coming here now with the intentions of, you know, making the team and, you know, winning a Super Bowl. That's what we want to do. And that's when you know, You know, the same way Kansas City does it, like we want to do that year after year after year after year, no matter how many times people may doubt us or whatnot. You know, I already feel the love of, you know, being a Viking and, you know, just, you know, sorry, I'm going on a tangent here, but like, you know, being a Viking and, you know, I've told so much, you know, people have told me all about the fans and, you know, how much they love the city and how much they love the team, how passionate they are about the Vikings. And, you know, I love that, you know, fans get me going. I love to get the fans going. So, you know, we all have a very collective mindset about, you know, we have a singular goal. That's getting to the Super Bowl and doing that year after year after year after year. But overall, OTAs have been great. You know, we're going to our second week of OTAs next week after the Memorial Day. So definitely a lot more time to spend time with my family. My mom's coming up, so that'd be nice. But also, you know, getting in that playbook and making sure when I come back on Tuesday, I know a lot more about, you know, more than I did last week.
I got to ask you really quick. You mentioned Dan Feeney. Does he still, in fact, have that maybe disgusting mustache, or is that shaved, or how's that looking?
I wouldn't call it disgusting. I think it looks great.
I need to grow that thing.
Smart.
I think he looks awesome. He looks great.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I want to party with Dan Feeney. I want to party with him right now. Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So, you know, left tackle. I mean, that's been your bread and butter. I know that at East West Shrine, I believe they had you over the right side. But have you got any inclination? I mean, are they looking at you maybe as a swing tackle, straight up left tackle? Are you going to be Darisa's backup? I mean, do you have any clue as far as how they're going to use you?
No, honestly, I haven't really thought about that. You know, during like in the draft process, I've asked teams, well, you see me as a tackle, guard, and whatnot. But once I got here and everything just, you know, got going, I wasn't really thinking about, okay, am I going to be right? Am I going to be left? You know, I was really just, you know, going where, you know, coach was putting me. I was at left for a couple of days, then I was at, you know, right. And, you know, I really, you know, want to be able to, you know, whatever the team needs me to do, I will do that. You know, I do want to be a starter. You know, I do want to play as many games, you know, in my first season as possible, but I also understand my role on this team. And even if that role means I got to come in as a guard, I'll be the best guard there is, you know? So, you know, I'm not just sticking at left tackle and I'm not going up to coaches like, hey coach, don't put me at right. I'm a left tackle for 5 years, so I'm gonna stay there. Absolutely not. You know, I'm definitely a role player. And if coach needs me to be a right tackle, left tackle, I'm gonna do that. If needs me to be a guard, I'll do that as well. If I have to learn how to snap a ball, I'll spend the summer, the full week. Hey, I kicked a couple times in high school. There might not be any film out there, but I kicked a couple times. So, you know, whatever the team needs me to do, I'm going to be, you know, that person for the team. Obviously, I would love to be a tackle in the NFL, and that's what I want to be. But, you know, I'm just happy to have this opportunity and to be, you know, on the Vikings in the NFL, and I'm just so happy about it.
Well, Walter, I got to tell you, you're winning over a lot of our viewers. You're going to be a fan favorite here.
Jesus, I'm about to leave the show, man. There's no point in me being here.
Where are you going? Well, you mentioned CD and left tackle. I mean, but to have a guy like Christian Darrisaw ahead of you on the depth chart, watch him. I mean, learn from him, absorb from him. But also at the same time, like realize, I mean, you look at the depth chart. I mean, you're basically a Christian Darrisaw cramp away from being inserted into an NFL game. Does that worry you? But also, like, at the same time, I mean, how much you learn from this guy and excited to learn from him?
Yeah, very, very excited. You know, he's one of the guys that I've watched, you know, in my time in college, and definitely been watching a lot more of him when I found out I was going to be a Viking. But it's just, you know, he can do things that I just can't do. The way he's able to bend in his stance, the way he's able to anchor on some guys is truly amazing. And I'm like, how do you do that? He's like, but he's, you know, I can ask him any questions, and he's, you know, he's always giving his best answer for that. And if he can't, you know, he points me to the coach or whatnot. But yeah, being able to, you know, be backing up someone like, you know, Christian and is awesome. And, you know, if I got questions, he's there. I can answer. I can also ask Brian as well. And DQ, who is right now, I think he would go in before me. But, you know, like I said, I haven't really been thinking about that. You know, I'm just happy to be here. And I love just being part of the Vikings. But yeah, Christian, you know, anything I ask him, he's always, you know, do this and that. And, you know, when we're watching team and, you know, I'm on field too, and, you know, he's with the ones, you know, watching how he does his sets compared to how I do my sets when I'm at left tackle. Then if I'm at right tackle, I'm watching how my sets versus how Brian does his sets at right tackle. So really just trying to compare. And, you know, they're really both really good tackles. So really just comparing, you know, what I'm doing, how I can be the best player I am by imitating them.
Awesome.
DQ, just a side note, he loves being called Q Bear.
We call him
you
Q
might
Bear
wanna-
here.
really?
wanna give that a shot. Nope, don't do
Okay.
that.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Don't
So,
call him Q Bear.
I mean, Vikings going into this draft, I mean, offensive line, whether it was guard, tackle, whatever, was a fairly good sized need. And they wait for you, and you were their guy. Like, how much does that mean to you that they're kind of putting everything on you to be the offensive lineman that they're adding to the group?
It truly means a lot, and to know that I was the the first tackle that they took in the draft is it's amazing feeling, and that they wanted to select me. I was when I first got picked, and I was thinking about man, maybe I could have gone sooner, maybe I could have done that. Just but it's none of that. God, it puts me exactly where I need to be, where I am right now, and that's with the Vikings. And I'm just so happy to be here, and it does come with its own, some stressfulness, maybe a little anxiousness and whatnot. But all my life in college, and I understand college is different than NFL. I've been put in situations where I've had to go in my freshman year, first game of the season, fourth quarter, go in at left tackle, and I played the rest of the season at left tackle. And I was left tackle ever since. And just going in at Oklahoma and wanting to earn that starting spot, and being at a starting left tackle for a place like Oklahoma. So I've been in definitely stressful situations, and definitely learning how to manage those situations. And I know the season is far away, but honestly, it's going to be here before you know it. And August is training camp, in September, October will be right around the corner. But just learning, just going in there, taking a deep breath, and if I don't know something, ask questions. But just as long as you're doing it with full speed, finishing through, definitely 100% speed, mindset wise and mentality. But I definitely understand what that means going forward. But I'm just excited to be here, and I welcome the challenge, because I know I may falter at sometimes, or I may make these mistakes. But overall, it's going to make me better, and I'm going to be a better player for it.
Damn,
Nice.
Love Walter.
We all do. We all do.
I think we all do.
You were here last week for mini camp. You hear this for rookie mini camp, and then OTAs this week. You got a bud, you got a pal on the team, someone you kind of grown close to in the last couple of weeks?
I wouldn't say it's anyone specifically, but definitely I've been going closer with the rookie O lineman that we have, and then I'm actually I've gotten, in terms of the way I've been talking with the vets, closer than I thought I would be at this point in time, about 2 weeks in, which is really cool. And they're like I said, they're open, not closed off.
They like
meetings
you.
It's not like they don't talk to us or whatnot, but meetings are fun. We get this just 3-hour meetings, but it goes by fast, because it's not all the time, just talking straight football, have a couple breaks and whatnot, which is awesome. But definitely, been getting together with the rookies there. And actually Jergs, who was also drafted, I knew him a little bit back home. So that was cool. Had that little bit of connection. We went to the same guy working out back in Maryland. But yeah, even talking with vets, and then Harrison Phillips, who was a Stanford guy as well as me. We didn't play at the same time, but have that connection as well. So I may not know, I'm not best friends with anyone yet, but definitely the team as a whole has been awesome. I mean, Aaron Jones just straight up introduces himself. Hey, what's up? How you doing? I'm like, I'm Walter. Great guy, great character. So even though he's however many year vet and I'm a rookie, it's just he treats me like I'm an equal, and that's just amazing. That's the type of character that this team has.
Wow. No, that is beautiful. So you've been in Minnesota a little bit. Hopefully you're getting used to the accents as far as the Minnesota accent. But what's your plan in the coming months? What's your take on Minnesota so far in a small sample?
It's been great. I mean, besides yesterday, the weather has been amazing. I know it's not going to stay like this, but the hotel is like right across from the facility. I've been walking to and from the facility every day because just enjoying the morning dew, the fresh air in the morning, then the nice sun shining on the way back. So love the weather. It's awesome. And I'll then exploring different parts of Minnesota. I've only been to Mall of America, but that's a big place in itself. And I got there and I'm like, this is huge. Like I thought it was big, but I got inside. I'm like, they have 3 roller coasters, a water slide, mini golf, escape room, laser tag, I think, all these different restaurants. And, and of course, my favorite, and if you get to know me, you'll know I'm a huge Lego fan. I see they have this Lego store.
Yeah.
They have a whole Gundam built out of Legos mech, and I'm like, are you serious right now? I mean, like, I'm not. Once I get a place and whatnot, but I definitely may become a regular. I'm building, the Millennium Falcon, the Eiffel Tower, all that. I love building Legos. But my mom, like I said, my grandmother coming up, and very excited to have them here and for Memorial Day weekend. So
are you gonna bring them to the Lego store?
I'm definitely gonna bring them to the Mall of America, and we will definitely stop by the Lego store. Maybe I might get a little something not too big, because I always love building. But yeah, going to the Lego store. Then we're gonna go. I think there's like a state fair, like a food fair going on too. So we're gonna go hit that up, and then there's like a tour of the downtown that we can do as well. And then you also, of course, Paisley Park. Trying to go see that as well. But my aunt's a huge fan of that. So I'm gonna wait until she can come up as well. So shout out to you, Aunt Debbie. I know you love it. So we're gonna go see it when you come up. But yeah, I cannot wait to explore Minnesota. And definitely, like, I'm a big foodie. So I'm still learning the good foods. I've only been, not subjected, but I've only had the food at the hotel and the food at the facility. And it's been great, but I haven't had like the different unique foods, that's, home to Minnesota. So I'm looking forward to trying that, because I'll eat anything. I'm an offensive lineman.
Yeah, lutefisk. If you eat anything lutefisk, you'd remember that word.
Lutefisk?
Yeah.
Yes.
Lutefisk.
It's like some gross ass Minnesota tradition. It's like the grossest fish you could ever eat.
Yeah.
I'll try it. Okay. I'll try it. Yeah, send me the recommendations, and I'll start with lutefisk. That's what lutefisk. I'll write that down.
You got it, man. You got it.
And I'll record my reaction, because I have a very animated face. So if it's not something that's maybe not taste too good or whatnot, I may show it on my face. So
a lot of people like it. A lot of people like it.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to try it.
All right. Well, final for you here. You got a basketball background. Who's your NBA team, and have you drank the Timberwolves Kool-Aid yet? And I hope this is yes.
So, big basketball fan. And my grandfather on my dad's side made the winning shot in 1963 in NCAA championship for the Yola Ramblers. So, I thought I was going to be a basketball player before I was ever a football player. But that dream obviously didn't come to fruition. I'm in the NFL now, but love basketball. I love the Wizards. I love them. It's hard, but I love them, and I hope I can, see them win a championship in my lifetime. I know they've won a couple before in the past, but I want them to win a championship in my lifetime. And I got to say, I have definitely drank the Timberwolves Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
And, that's happened. There's no going back. And you should have seen me, and, it was like I was looking at the Wizards because, it was frustrating yesterday.
Yeah.
But we're gonna come back tomorrow. I'm trying to see if I get tickets to go see the game with my mom and whatnot tomorrow. But yeah, huge. I'm a big Minnesota Timberwolves fan. I was at the liquor store at Mall of America. Almost got me this nice looking hat for the Timberwolves. I'm getting me an Ant-Man jersey. So, I'm a full-fledged, and this is not a bandwagon. I'm full-fledged Timberwolves. It's got Wizards and the Timberwolves. So, nice. Hey, let's go.
That is fantastic. Yeah, they're gonna come back tomorrow. They're gonna whoop a little ass. Walter, hey man, we appreciate you taking the time. This is like the busiest time of your life, and we greatly appreciate it. You're gonna, when all is said and done, the Vikings 2024 draft class is going down as one of the best to ever exist. And like Lubbock has said, man, you got a lot of fans in the comments. We all love you, and we greatly appreciate you hopping on. Man, wish you nothing but luck this year, baby.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And thank you to the fans. I can't wait to see you guys at US Bank Stadium, which I hear is an amazing stadium. And I cannot wait to go see it in person myself. But, you guys are the best. Thank you so much. And Walter,
guy.
Walter,
man, that was fantastic.
Oh, he was so good.
What a dude that you just got to root for, man. How
can you not?
Yeah, he's the shit. And every interview you watch, he's like that. I mean, he's very, very easy guy to root for. And on top of it, it just so happens that he's a damn good football player.
Yeah.
So Walter Rouse, woo! That was beautiful.
Fantastic. Again, just an infectious attitude, positive guy, and an honest guy too. Like, I mean, he was just honest.
Hey, hold on. One part of that. like I think deep down he knows that Dan Feeney's mustache is creepy.
Gross. He's probably scared of Dan.
He said the right thing. He said, you know what, he said it looks good or whatever, and he should. I mean, Dan Feeney's a seasoned vet, and he should have said that.
Dan Feeney's probably also the guy who comes around and like punches you in the nuts or slaps your nuts. Or not.
No, Dan Feeney. I bet he's the guy who gives you a thermometer like in the shower.
He does something to your parts. Boop, boop, guaranteed. He's that guy.
Yeah, Walter. That was man. That was good.
I feel like he might be in the Hall of Fame someday.
I think he might already be. I think we should send him a gold jacket.
We should send him some Legos.
I gotta cut a whiz.
All right, you go ahead and cut a whiz. We're gonna bask in the glow of the Walter Rouse interview. Again, you know, I love that he's just calling Dan Questenberry DQ. DQ is going to be there before me, and that's that's cool that he's humble enough to say that. But and he's probably right. But this guy, I mean, just talk about having your head on straight and just seeing through a correct lens. I was really impressed with Walter Rouse, and I'm excited about him too. And the willingness of him to go in anywhere, like when he said, "Put me at guard, I'll be the best guard you've ever seen." You gotta love that. How can you not love that? I can see why Kwesi fell in love with this guy and targeted him and said, "You know what? We are taking this guy, no matter what. He is a day 3 target for us. We have to get him." So fantastic for him. I'm pretty sure I actually stayed in the same room he was in. You're right, Davey. He's a real classy guy. Walter frickin' Rouse will be at the Mall of America this week for sure. No doubt about it. He loves that place. I hope he doesn't actually try a lutefisk. We were just joking about that. I should have mentioned Top the Tater. But I feel like that might go into Oklahoma. I'm not sure how far the border is for Top the Tater availability. I feel like it's the Midwest. I'm not sure for how far south that actually goes, but maybe that would have been a better recommendation than lutefisk. But that's the first thing that came to mind. I don't know. What other Minnesota food would you guys have suggested besides lutefisk? Lord Duncan actually thinks that Walter Rouse might actually kick some field goals. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't think that's reality.
What is it?
All right, I'm going to go take a waz myself. I'm going to take a quick waz myself. I'll be right back.
All right. I know Lupicus has a little bit of a game. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it sounds like Walter's going to try lutefisk. So it was beautiful. Guy needs to open up more. Way too shy. Yeah, right. Potato pancakes ish. Oh boy. Yeah, Lupicus has a game. I do want to throw something out there. So Dalvin Cook is talking about how he's ready. He's ready. He wants to join a team in training camp. And obviously, there's a lot of Vikings fans. I love Dalvin Cook while I was here. But the easy thing is to say, hey, Vikings, go sign Dalvin Cook. I can't wait to see these comments. What are your thoughts on Dalvin Cook? Right now, obviously, Aaron Jones is the guy. Ty Chandler next up. But what would you think about a Dalvin Cook reunion? I don't think this is going to go well. Well, Harm said, fuck, yeah, I'm surprised. So bring him back. Dalvin Cook and Aaron Jones, two-headed monster. There we go. Now I'm seeing the comments that I figured we would see, but actually so far it's both split. We don't need Dalvin. Thing is, he's not going to be expensive. That's for damn sure. Dalvin cooked, league minimum. No Dalvin hard pass. Dalvin is washed. I was just talking about how Dalvin Cook was out there saying that he's ready to come in training camp, and I knew I think I knew the comments beforehand, but
I think you struck a nerve.
Well, I think if he's not going to get paid much, so if he came in at a very low price, I mean, who wouldn't be for it? But
Patrick Harms clearly is. He's hard.
And Aaron Jones, Dalvin Cook, a little 1-2 punch there with Aaron Jones getting the bulk of the carries. I
think it'd be Aaron Jones, Ty Chandler, Dalvin Cook as the third back.
I don't think the Dalvin Cook ain't going to sign here, but I don't think there's any chance it happens. 0% chance that happens, but Juicy Lucy. Yeah, we should have said that. Damn it. Yeah, we told Quick Trip. Quick Trip has some great sandwiches.
All right, we're going to do a new segment here. Finish with this. This is a little segment we're going to call Whose Stat Line Is It Anyway? I'm going to give a stat line, give one bar some options. He's going to tell me which player is going to have that stat line. Are you ready?
Yeah, so this is just a guess. If based off the stat line, who's going to get it?
Yeah, I mean, of the options I give you, could be 2.
Oh,
could
you're
be
giving
3.
options. All right.
You give me options, yeah. All right,
do it.
You guys play along in the comments. Curious what you guys think. First stat line is this: 3,200 passing yards, 22 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Whose stat line is it? Sam Darnold or J.J. McCarthy?
Yeah, I got an answer, but let's see in the comments. Who's
3,200 passing yards, 22 touchdowns,
not a great
11
season.
interceptions. Not a horrible one.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it could be 11 touchdowns, 22 interceptions.
Well, I mean, all right. So we got some Darnolds. We got JJ Darnold. I got an easy answer. Steve says Darnold. DW says Darnold.
I can't believe his parents were named Mr. and Mrs. Steve, and they named their kid Steve.
What should we call this young lad?
He's so cute.
I don't know. Steve's a pretty good name.
Yeah,
Steve. Yeah. JJ Darnold is winning. So here's my answer. If Sam Darnold were to play 17 games, he's going to have probably 28 to 30 touchdowns. So that's not my answer. Sam Darnold he's not going to do that. So
maybe he plays 13 games.
But JJ McCarthy is going to get those numbers from week 7 and on. So he's going to come in, put those numbers up, but miss probably like 6-7 games. And those are going to be very wonderful numbers for the back half of the season. So my answer is JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, I like it. And that's that line. I kind of factor that in, that it could be a partial season for either one of those guys. Definitely not a full
Don't you agree?
year.
If Darnold plays the whole year, he's going to put up big numbers. Nick Mullins put up big numbers.
He should, yeah. Yeah. He should. All right, next stat line. Are you ready? 110 tackles, 3 sacks, 2 interceptions, 4 forced fumbles, 5 pass breakups, 7 tackles for a loss. Whose stat line is that going to be? Blake Cashman, Ivan Pace Jr., or Josh Metellus? 110 tackles, 3 sacks, 2 interceptions, 4 forced fumbles, 5 pass breakups, 7 tackles for a loss.
That's easy.
Got a Pace Jr. right off the bat.
That's an easy one for me. Tuscan Viking fan says, "Hello, guys."
What was that?
Oh, don't say it.
Tucson, not Tux.
Oh, I'm sorry. What the hell? Don't say it. What are those birds called from? Isn't that from Snoopy?
Well, it's his name. It's not a type of bird.
No, his fucking picture, you moron.
Yeah, I know. It's not a type of bird. It's the name of the bird.
Isn't that from a cartoon?
It's from Snoopy. You're right, but it's not like a type of bird. It's not like a raven.
Yeah, no, his name, the name of it.
It's also after a famous concert.
Country Jam?
Woodstock.
Ah, damn it. It is Woodstock. You've seen it. Yeah,
I knew it. I knew it well before they posted. So we got 2-3 Pace Juniors, Cashman and Metellus.
I think Metellus and Pace are pretty close. I say Metellus like 9 times out of 10. I think Pace, I don't see a dip in production. I see him getting better. I think Cashman's going to put a dent in a lot of the production that he was doing. I mean, Pace was the guy for a lot of the time last year. I mean, Christ, I can't even remember. Who the hell do we have?
We got Jordan Hicks.
Yeah, Hicks. When he got injured, I mean, Pace was anointed the guy. Cashman will be anointed the guy, and Pace will just be out there. So I think that Josh Metellus written all over the place.
I agree. I would have gone Josh Metellus as well. Let's go with this stat line: 45 receptions, 4 touchdowns.
Sounds like Bob Tonyan.
455 receiving yards. Will that be the stat line of Brandon Powell, T.J. Hawkinson, or Aaron Jones?
Ooh, give it again. Ramble that off again.
45 receptions, 4 touchdowns, 455 receiving yards. Brandon Powell, T.J. Hawkinson, Aaron Jones.
Wow, 40. How many receptions?
45.
Jesus, that's not much. All right.
Dusty Ray, friend, says Jones.
Remember how awesome Walter Rouse was?
God, he was so good.
Jesus, I want to go in his hotel.
I wonder if he's going to go to that bar that you won't tell me how to get to.
No, he said he's going to try to get to the game. A lot of pretty much Aaron Jones in a landslide. Nobody else. There's a Hawkinson. Powell, there's a Powell. I think with Powell, if he's getting 45 receptions, I expect more yards. So that's why I'm kind of canceling him out. And Hawkinson, I keep thinking he's coming back after that week 7. I think he's going to do more than the receptions. So I'm going to go Aaron Jones pretty convincingly.
I'm pretty split on this one. I think it could be any of these guys.
It could be.
So I don't really have a solid answer.
I got higher expectations for Hawkinson when he comes back, especially with their quarterbacks, J.J. McCarthy, whoever it might be. Hawkinson's going to be the easy one. Throw him the damn ball. So the receptions is what gets me on this one, and I think Aaron Jones is that's about right for a full.
And I hope to see that. Like, I hope this running back is a much more prominent part of our offense this year, not only running the ball, but from a pass catching perspective as well. I think we're going to need it with whether it's Sam Darnold or J.J. McCarthy playing quarterback. The running back
will be because the running back won't suck like it did.
It has to be a much bigger part of our offense, and hopefully it is. I got 3 more stat lines for you. Let's go with this one. 72 tackles.
James Lynch.
12 tackles for a loss.
James Lynch.
9.5 sacks.
Oh, James Lynch.
72 tackles, 12 tackles for a loss, 9.5 sacks. Jonathan Grenard, Andrew Van Ginkel, or Dallas Turner. Whose stat line is it?
I'll tell you one thing. Ginkel is already out of it because he's going to have 10+ sacks.
Okay.
So this is between Dallas Turner and Grenard.
Harm says Grenard. Harms is never wrong.
Everybody's done some things that were pretty wrong, though. I'd guarantee that. A couple Grenards here. Davey, OG.
Yeah, Turner.
Grenard.
Ooh, Grenard might be winning this one. He is winning this one.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Yeah, I'm going Grenard too.
You are.
I think Grenard ends up in that like 8 to what do you have last year? Was he at 14 sacks or 12 or what the hell do you have?
I thought it was around 12.
I think Dallas Turner and Van Ginkel are going to really end up with those big old sack numbers, and Grenard is going to get his sacks, but he's going to be that more complete type of player. So I'm going Grenard.
Interesting. I like it. All right, let's go to the next one. Here's your stat line. 18 receptions, 335 yards, 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns. 18 receptions, 335 yards, 3 touchdowns. Josh Oliver, Bob Tonyan, Johnny frickin' Munt.
Those are some big yards a catch for a bunch of tight ends. What's the average turn out to be?
I don't know.
That's
I didn't calculate that
18 for 300 and what?
It's about
Jesus. It's not Oliver. It's
yards.
Not. Yeah, it's definitely not Oliver. It's definitely Johnny. I don't want to pick any of them. It sounds like it might be like Justin Jefferson.
Oh, it's like 20
18 for what?
Reception.
335.
We got Munt seems to be running away with this one.
Yeah, that's almost 20 yards a catch.
Yeah. It's like 150-yard gain in there. He got loose. One of these guys got loose.
Every catch.
No,
every single catch has to be for 20 yards.
They could have a 60-yard gain.
Yeah, I'm not. Munt is out. He's too fucking slow.
Munt's winning, I think, in the comments.
Well, I don't. To me, it's got to be Robert. It's got to be Robert Tonyan.
Bob
Oliver.
Tonyan.
Oliver won't.
He'll fumble if he gets tackled.
Yeah, it's got to be Robert Tonyan. 18.6 yards a catch. I don't know what led the NFL last year, but it appears our tight end is going to.
Our second tight end is going to do that. All right, last one. Whose stat line is it? 0 tackles, 0 interceptions, 0 games played. Lewis Cine, Andrew Booth Jr., or Jay Ward?
Ooh. Comments. Uh-oh.
We got Lewis Cine right at the bat from Mason M.
Or Duncan, this isn't right yet, right? We didn't sign.
I don't know. I was going to check it.
You can't toy with our emotions on this.
Yeah.
There's some things you just.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
It's not allowed. I'm not seeing anything. Vote Hunter Renfro. Cine is pretty much taking this easy. Dusty Ray did say Jay Ward. He said, just kidding. Lord Duncan, shame on you.
Yeah, shame on you.
Don't toy with our purple parts.
Mm.
Lord, no, they're not happy with him. Lewis Cine. It's Lewis Cine. Jay Ward's he's going to be on the team.
I don't know if he's going to be on the team.
I think he'll be on the team.
I'm not nearly as confident as you
let me put it this way. I think he has a much better chance of being on the team than Lewis Cine.
That's fair. That's fair.
So that's why I will default to Lewis Cine, and I think Booth has a better chance of being on the team than Cine. So it's just a process of elimination.
Yeah. No, I think you agree with the fans. I agree with all you guys. I think Lewis Cine is the most likely to have that stat line. So that is it. That is whose stat line is it anyway?
That was a good game. Lewis, hey, Lord, are you serious? Will you? I feel like I need.
I feel like that would be really nice.
I think that would be a nice shared moment that we could have together.
We'll
so if you're serious, you hit me up.
Yeah, definitely. If you're serious, I think
I need some inspiration here because it's not happening. Hey, Walter Rouse, let's give another round of applause for Walter. That was fantastic. As always, appreciate everybody coming on, even though it's the off season. I think next year we're gonna put up some big numbers.
Like the team?
No, I think the show. I mean, usually I think last year in the off season we probably had about 10 people watching. So appreciate all the support.
Knack wants you and Lord Duncan to eat your manwich, Lady and the Tramp style.
Jesus, how does that even work?
I don't know.
I could drink it and then he could eat it
and shit it into your mouth.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at, but I don't want to say it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gross. 12-5. All right, hey, appreciate everybody. Skol, baby.
Yeah, remember this: drinking alcohol doesn't actually kill brain cells.
Oh, thank God. I'm gonna get